Giants. Fun. The Big Blue Therapy Crew.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Blue Therapy Crew, your New York Giants safe space. A safe space for all. A safe space for everyone who is a fan of the New York Giants, who unfortunately has to endure what we all do as of recently, post 2011. I am John Newhall. Just like last time, I'm sitting on a Zoom with my brother Daniel. Daniel, how are you today?
I'm doing good, man. Just got out of the shower, feeling fresh, feeling jiggy, and if you're feeling froggy, jump.
I like a lot. That was sick. I love that. Anyways, yeah, so today we're doing a QB breakdown. So, I said last episode that we are not analysts, and I will repeat that in the beginning. We are not analysts. Sometimes when we talk about these quarterbacks that are in the draft, I think I personally, at least, will kind of make my own opinions of them. But again, who the heck am I? No one knows who I am. Friggin' knows who I am. So, don't listen to what I'm saying. I'm going to say some things. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong, but I'm not a football player. I never played football. I'm not someone who knows the sport of football other than sitting in as a fan. I know it pretty well, I'd say, but only as a fan. So everything we say, take it with a grain of salt. We're here for your enjoyment. And yeah, Daniel.
And let me say something.
Say something.
I do. I wish that we always played football, but Mother Newhall, man, never got into it. Never let us clash heads. So
I don't know if you're seeing what Antonio Brown's doing right now on the X with the Cracker of the Year and all that stuff.
He's got some good awards with us.
Yeah, he sure does. He sure does. I'm just saying, I think she might have saved us from the CTE that he's suffering. So this is nice. Also, we are very I'm not gonna say short. We're very average sized. I'm 5'8".
We're short.
You're short. Okay, that's okay.
Yes.
That's okay. I'm not short. I feel average. When I wear Converse, they're small. They're low to the ground. I have to raise myself.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us.
To short people. Yeah, okay. Anyways, yes, we're breaking down quarterbacks today. But before we do, Daniel, I think it'd be a good idea to just address the QB room as it stands now. Barring anything else crazy that happens before the draft. So going into the offseason, the whole thought was okay, we have nobody on the roster except for Tommy DeVito. And Tommy DeVito, say what you want about him. We're both doing the if you're watching on a video platform, we're both doing the Italian gesture, the little bit of matzah, whatever the heck it is.
Dive.
Don't say that. Anyways, it's staying it. Anyways, what we're doing is Tommy DeVito is not a QB1. And it was fun. I'll be honest, it was fun. And I think last year when we made the switch to Tommy DeVito, we went from Daniel Jones and we skipped over Drew Lock straight to DeVito. I was 1,000% on board with that just because of the state of the season. And, as a fan, which we both are, and I hope everyone listening is too, as a fan, it took a lot for me to watch Daniel Jones really mess up last year. So I wanted the Italian stallion, the DeVito mania magic back in my book. But anyways, since then, we have then acquired Jameis and then acquired Russell Wilson. Daniel, how do you feel about those two? What's your thought, and what's your what's your thought, I guess?
I think this is a good little QB competition for the Giants fans to be excited about. Jameis Winston, you know how he is. He's going to throw that ball, and he's going to throw interceptions. But my thinking is, think about Malik Neighbors. Can he unleash a wide receiver that the Giants haven't seen since Odell? And Russell Wilson, he's another guy who throws the ball deep. Daniel Jones never threw the ball deep. That's always been his concern. And now maybe the playbook expands with Jalen Hyatt and all these. Daniel Bellinger might get a play or two. That's my guy. Shout him out. So hopefully these QB battle it out. We choose the best one, or maybe draft one and maybe sit him, or maybe start him a few weeks in and see what happens.
Yeah, so I think you're a little wrong about that, actually. A lot of what you just said. No offense to you.
What do you mean?
Yeah, so Russ is the starter. Russell Wilson is going to be the starter. There's not going to be a competition unless he gets injured again. And I'll be honest, I don't like that. Before we signed Russell Wilson, after the fact now, we know that there was a deal in place for Russ before the deal Jameis signed. But
Yes.
but when they signed Jameis, my thought immediately went to, okay, no matter what the heck happens, we're gonna enjoy the season. We're gonna have fun again. This is gonna be a fun thing. Because
That's what Jameis Winston brings.
Yeah, he'll throw the ball. He's gonna throw for 4,000 yards, but I mean, like 1,000 of the yards is gonna be to the wrong team, and that's fine. I mean, like whatever.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I need something because I've been fed this crappy tasting vanilla ice cream Daniel Jones stuff for 6 years now, and every time there's like a little chunk of cookie dough that I think is in like like might be like the right shape in the clump of ice cream. Like I take it and it's not cookie dough. It's just more of the vanilla that was like conglagulated. That's not a word, in like an odd shape.
Big word for you.
So I thought it was the cookie dough. Are you following my drift? Anyways,
I get it.
Yeah. I'll just say it because I know we're all thinking it. The QB room is 1,000 times better than it was last year. 1,000.
True.
Drew Lock should not have been a Giant. And Joe Schoen, he admitted it. This offseason that they didn't take the backup role seriously. They kind of stuck with DeVito. They wanted Hard Knocks, and they wanted to keep Tyrod, but then he left, and they didn't really show that in Hard Knocks because I think it would have shown the Giants in a bad light because Tyrod felt like he should have been the starter when DeVito was, so they handled that poorly. So then he left, and then they handled the backup. It was just a snowball of things. But whatever, man. So this is the situation. We got Tommy DeVito sitting pretty at QB3, and then Jameis and Russ, obviously, that are going to make the roster. Now, do the Giants take a quarterback at all? As the draft gets closer, I don't know. But I mean, and today isn't going to be the day where we make clear and obvious statements on that, I feel. But do they do it? I don't. Right? You know what I mean?
That is a good question. Yeah, because there's still room. Like, if Russ Wilson got replaced by Justin Fields. Oh, no, I lied. But, like, if Russell Wilson had a bad season, you can, like, put a rookie in, and maybe he'll switch, and then you got J-Mo. It's like a whole series of things.
If the Giants start 4-10, or if they lose like 6 straight in the beginning, which could happen because their schedule is a beast, then the fans are going to call for a rookie, and whoever's starting, whether it be Jameis or whether it be Russ, like that, they won't be starting for long. So maybe a rookie doesn't come, maybe they don't, especially maybe where we're sitting in the draft because now no one really knows. But anyways. Let's start breaking down some quarterbacks, yeah? From some draft-eligible 2025 QB stuff, yeah? You in, my guy?
Yeah, might as well. Let's do it.
All right, so the way we're going to do this, we're going to go back and forth a little bit. So I am going to start it off, and I'm going to start you off with this someone who is 6'2", 215 pounds, who has 9 3/8 inch hands. Some big hands.
Wow. Big hands.
Whose song Perfect Timing currently has about 5.5 million streams on Spotify. And me being a Spotify guru as I kind of am, I see that it looks to be like a couple of those playlists he's on are botted playlists, but whatever. And currently, he has 2 more toes than his father. I'm talking about the one, the only, Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders. Have you seen Deion's feet?
Yeah, no good.
Anyone who's listening that's like eating right now, don't do it. But anyone else, like you got to Google Deion Sanders' feet, his toes, dude, disgusting. The ones he got left.
You're in for a sight.
Yeah, but anyways, moving on. So yeah, he's from Colorado. We know him there. And the big thing about him is that he led the league this year in completion percentage, and I think he set a record. He set a record in completion percentage. So,
yep.
That's what everyone talks about. That's what everyone's saying. Shedeur Sanders, something that I like about him is that his accuracy is probably his best asset. It's probably his best trait. It's not perfect. It's not great. But when he wants to put the balls in certain windows, he can. He ran a pro-style offense at Colorado, too, with Pat Shurmur, who used to be the Giants head coach, who was the OC in Colorado. So saying all this, like, it was very pro-style, where it wasn't just, we're throwing the ball here. Like, he had to make reads, which was cool. And I even saw that, being just, like, some random fan and everything. Stuff I don't like, his arm, not great. I've seen him underthrow a lot of these balls, and they kind of die out in the air. And his only real success that he's ever had is with his father. It's with Deion. So now the question becomes this. Okay, we're picking at the top of the draft. We're at number 3. And Shedeur Sanders, in my eyes, is a first-round quarterback. Is he the 3rd overall pick in the draft? I don't know. And that's where it gets tricky. But yeah.
I believe that this is a weak QB class overall, right? So my thing is Shedeur Sanders a top prospect for this draft? No, but he's a top QB prospect. And are we in need for a QB after these 2 signings? That's the question. And that's up to the scouts. Like,
exactly.
Exactly.
Yeah, because when it was just Jameis, it was like, okay, we're picking one. And then Russ came, and now it's, okay. So, that's exactly what I'm saying, too. My whole thought with Shedeur is this. I've heard a couple people say this. I'm getting a big Andy Dalton kind of vibe from Shedeur, where, like, same kind of thing. His arm wasn't great, but he was accurate. He knew how to run an offense. He could make some like snap reads, and maybe Shedeur is a little more shifty. Something that I saw too. He has these shades of Bryce Young almost too, and where like he can kind of like he can maneuver a little bit, and he's very accurate, but he has no real command with his arm. He can if it's drawn up for him, he can deliver. But it doesn't mean that he's going to be a good quarterback in every fit. I think that's my thing.
Which is fair, and I think it's very interesting how Pat Shurmur was his OC because his stint wasn't the best, but former Giant, so maybe some connections there.
Yeah, but he also got a lot out of Daniel Jones. Just saying, it's probably his best year, his second year right there, other than 2022 where Isaiah Hodgins was the number 1
wide receiver 1, baby.
Wide out 1 off the Buffalo practice squad. But yeah, so Shedeur Sanders probably the most likely to be picked by the Giants, I'd say, of anyone in the class. Will it happen? I don't know. I'm not really going to give an opinion on it quite yet. That's like set in stone, but I'm kind of against it at 3 at the moment.
I agree.
Yeah. So, I guess, Daniel, let's
take us to the next guy is?
Take us over. Take us over to the next stallion of a man, Daniel. Yeah.
So this guy from Ole Miss, Jackson Dart. So he's a good guy. Is he an Eli Manning? No, but he beat his record this season for most passing yards in Ole Miss. And let me tell you what I like about Jackson Dart. I like his style.
I like his style too.
I do too. Now let me tell you, I also like his food buds. I can hear Bella.
My sister's screaming about some kind of thing in the background. Bella, if you're listening to this, that was your voice. Continue, Daniel.
I like his food. I like his food tendencies. You know why?
Can we go back to Jackson Dart? Bella!
Yes.
Stop screaming. You're on the pod.
God. Damn it.
Anyways. Maybe we keep that in. I don't know if you just heard her react to that, but that was a little, all right. Here you go.
All right. Jackson Dart. This guy.
Meatloaf! You get it? Well, you know what it is?
I do.
You're
not funny, Jay.
I am funny. I am. Stop. Talk about Jackson Dart, please.
Jackson Dart, Ole Miss, recently just broke Eli Manning's career at Ole Miss with the passing yards. Yep. Very good guy. Very good taste buds on the man. You know why?
Tell me why.
Big into the pineapple on pizza.
As am I.
Exactly. So this is my thinking. We got common themes here. We're for the people. We're for the pineapple, and we're for the Giants. Jackson Dart, welcome to the New York Giants. He can, and I'm not gonna say I'm doing my research, but he's also a closet rom-com person. He watches it before games.
Can you repeat that whole sentence? Because I don't know what the hell you just said. What? A closeted rom-com fan? A closeted rom-com fan. And this, okay. I love this about him.
In this economy, this is amazing. He's also big into fishing, and he's a little superstitious with his socks. He washes them, but he's worn the same socks at least 3 times every season. Yeah,
no, that's a guy that knows what he needs. He knows what he needs.
Right.
My thing with Jackson. Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, whoa. Let me tell you, he's a little jiggy with it too. Recently, before this year, he went TikTok viral for doing a dance at Ole Miss, little barbecue with the fam, right?
Okay.
But it wasn't him. He had to go on Twitter. He ranted about it on Twitter. Not me.
But it looks like him, you're telling me.
Identical.
All right. I didn't know this about Jackson Dart. Daniel, this is
what I'm saying.
it's not only a sports podcast, it's now educational, Daniel. Thank you. Thank you.
That's what we do here. Big Blue
My-
Therapy Crew.
Yeah, amen. Amen to that. We're bringing all the people what they want, you know. My
Tight.
thing with Dart, I'm gonna say, my thing with Dart is this, and I've thought this a lot. Dart plays like Daniel Jones. He plays like Daniel Jones.
I get that.
He can read before the snap. I mean, maybe he's got a better. I don't think he has a better arm. He plays.
I
a
like
lot
his
Daniel
footwork.
Jones.
I like his footwork.
You like his footwork.
I've noticed
Okay.
that on the film. I do. I like how he, does he decide where he's throwing the ball before he throws it? That's a problem. Sure.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah.
his little feet, I like it.
He makes these runs that are really good. Like he has to be respected as a rusher in the pocket.
That's true.
He takes these he reads this before the snap good, but he doesn't play like hero ball. You know what I mean? Where he doesn't have these Josh Allen Mahomes-esque plays that kind of save the season, which is good, I guess. But I'm telling you, man, as a fan, it's almost PTSD. It's almost like too much. And again, like he's not good out of structure and doesn't have a great arm. He reminds me of not only Daniel Jones. It reminds me when I watched Gardner Minshew too. You ever watch Gardner Minshew?
Great guy.
You're loud. Yeah, I like into the stash, not so much into the football player, but I mean, very similar play style. What I would envision he would be like in the NFL. Yeah,
And
I
that's
like
fair.
that.
I like him. I like him as a prospect, maybe round 2. But you got a guy who's just as interesting, if not more.
Yeah, well, you skipped someone, so maybe you should go now.
Oh,
You skipped the future Tennessee Titan.
yes. So realistically, the best QB draft prospect is Cam Ward. Cam Ward gonna be the number 1 overall pick either way. Maybe a Titan, maybe not. But
He's gonna be a Titan.
he also has a weird obsession.
With what?
He loves honey buns. He loves honey buns.
Honey buns.
Yes. This is interesting. This is
I
what I find out about.
I've never seen him eat a honey bun, but I could picture his face right now, and I could picture his fingers stuffing his face with a honey
That's
bun.
what I'm saying.
I can see it. It checks out.
Yeah.
Cam Ward and the honey buns. Not even the honeys. You got the honey buns.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he's eating those honey buns, he likes to listen to old school R&B. He's big into it.
Wow.
And he kind of grew as a football player. He almost quit after JV because his school is like a run first scheme. So it's cool. Everyone knows how he throws lefty. But he's actually righty on everything else. It's really really weird. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something
I don't want to watch a lefty.
Yeah, If I was gonna do anything, I think if I was gonna say anything, I think that would be my gripe. Have you seen the Tua clips where it's like Tua playing football, but they like just flip it? They like flip the screen.
Yeah, it's ugly.
But he looks like a
it.
right-hander. No, but he looks like a right-hander. And it's like, wow, he really throws well, but it's hard to watch. Yeah, it's. I understand. I'm kind of with you. Maybe that's a little prejudice. Are you a little prejudice?
Yeah. And he's also big in his style, by the way.
Tell me
he
about
has
this.
a lot of shoes, over 30 shoes, and he doesn't like sleeves. He doesn't like to wear sleeves because, I quote, it limits mobility.
I like that.
That's the number 1 pick for you.
Yeah. If that doesn't scream generational talent, I don't know what will. The sleeves.
Yep.
I hope he friggin' plays in what's called Buffalo for forever.
Cut! Next one!
All right, anyways, next one. Tennessee Titan, Cam Ward, off the board. The next one I got right now is my man, probably the most interesting to me prospect on this whole board, Jalen Milroe. Jalen Milroe, sitting at 6'1", 217. He ran a 4.4 40. He went a 4.4, official 40, and then he ran an unofficial 4.37 at his pro day. So you have to respect him on the ground. You have to respect him at the ground. He definitely has the best scrambling ability in the draft. He has like decent arm strength. Don't think it's great. He has these flashes of like great pocket presence, and then he doesn't at all. Like in other plays, he's very, again, like sort of Daniel Jones like in that regard. And I don't want that, please no.
Never
But
again.
yeah, inconsistent. Some facts that I like about this guy. Some stuff I like about this guy. Daniel, You ever heard of this guy? Barack Obama. Or this guy right here, Martin Luther King Jr. He's got tattoos of both of them on his legs.
Wow.
He's got them.
Wow.
I know. And you know what? That's not all of the tattoos he has. He's a glutton for pain because he also has another tattoo, which is of the Heath Ledger Joker in Jalen Milroe's jersey. It says Milroe on the back. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wacky?
That's tough.
That's tough. That's tough. I mean, if I was gonna choose any Joker, I would go Joaquin Phoenix. But again, like I don't think he's so skinny he wouldn't fill a jersey. You know, he's all elbows and knees. That's all he's got. So yeah.
Get a bone.
And also this is just another thing. But he has been very on the record about his preference or love, if you will, of taking ice baths. You know, some people take it, it's a miss here and there, maybe. No, this guy's in an ice bath every chance he gets. He sees a tub, he fills it with ice. You can do that when you're the quarterback of Alabama. So Jaden Milroe, ice bath king. I would not mind taking him in, dare I say, the second round. Dare I say that?
That's fair.
Dare
I think he's a good prospect. I think it's a good prospect.
I think he's a good prospect too, and I'll tell you what, I think that I would feel more comfortable with him and my team than Dart, but I don't think he's as good as Dart, if you know what I mean.
I agree.
I
agree.
Yeah, and I think that I think there's a so what's going to happen is like unless like the unspeakable happens, Ward's going 1, Sanders going to go somewhere in the first round. Dart, I mean, second round, late first, I don't know. Is he getting a little Bo Nix treatment? We'll see. Jalen Milroe actually accepted an invitation to go to the draft. Did you know that? Like,
that's a bad idea.
So I don't know, but like at the same thing, it's like all these quarterbacks went in the first round last year. So why wouldn't they now? I don't know. But
fair.
Anyways, if he's sitting there at 34, I think I would not be against it. If that's the pick, fine. Like, would I rather them invest in the trenches? Probably, but I don't know. I just think the idea of going into next season without a future, I don't like. But I mean, whatever kind of happens. I don't want to be the Browns, man. I just want to find a quarterback. I agree. That's my thought. But anyways, I'll take it if he's there. Second round, third round for sure. Yeah. But that is Jalen Milroe in my eyes, my sparkly eyes.
Yeah, you know, he's a good guy. And I got another good guy coming up. By the way, I take cold showers. I like Milroe.
Can I say something about Milroe? By the way, again, I'm Obama, MLK, like great American figures. He reminds me of Kaepernick almost. He reminds me of Kaepernick the ways he plays. Of the play style of Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, because like if you remember his run on the Super Bowl, like he didn't need to be elite with his arm. He didn't need to do all these things. Like he could control what he could control. He could distribute. And again, like quality arm strength wasn't the best thing. The way he plays too, it just kind of like reminds me of Cap. And I know that's an odd one. That's a stretch. It feels, but that's where my head is. You know.
And that's fair. And okay. I think that's true.
Yeah.
Next guy we got up. You know, are we gonna pick him? Probably not. But I like him. Quinn Ewers.
Yeah.
Everyone knows him for that hair. You know, I'm trying to be like him a little bit. But he's just great. And you know why he has that iconic mullet?
What? Tell me why.
You're supposed to say why, Daniel.
Why, Daniel?
Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
Uncle Rico.
I'm gonna throw these football over there in the mountains, dude. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. He, you know, you can throw all these stats you want at me, but dude, Quinn over here, Uncle Rico.
Yeah, I'm done on that. But yeah, that's sick,
it's
dude.
A good movie.
I don't know why you'd base yourself off of him, because that's like he's kind of he's kind of a sleazebag, if I recall. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, listen, he's got good hair and he gets the ladies, so man, and he might be an NFL player, so. He's better than me already. So.
Copy. Rico.
He actually is kind of country. He bought a pig named Bacon to practice one time in high school. Yeah. He's big into it. He didn't stay for senior year, actually. He went the NIL route. So like he just skipped senior year, got that money, got that bag. You know, get money. You know how it is. Yeah. He was a shy kid, calls his mom before every game. And There's another QB in the NFL that loves his condiments, but Quinn, he loves his ranch dressing.
Do you want to be more
You know
specific about the condiments? Because that was a little. You're talking about Will Levis
which
and the
one?
mayonnaise. I would assume.
Yes,
So Will Levis
yes,
loves
but he's about to
mayonnaise.
give up.
That is one condiment.
So
Quinn Ewers also is into the ranch dressing.
loves that white stuff.
They both do, I guess. That's separate.
I guess so.
Separate. They're separate thing. Like they love different things, but I mean, yeah. All right, that's
And
lovely.
Quinn's a good guy, but we got an even better guy coming up.
Can I say something about Quinn really fast?
Oh, him.
I don't like Quinn. I don't like Quinn Ewers. I think it was good. It was good to watch. He was a fun watch. I thought that he really did progress as the years went on. While he was playing in college, but he's going to be a project. Anywhere he goes, there's a lot of these things he has to fix. He has to fix his footwork. He has to fix his pocket mobility. He has to. He can't just rely on bad defenders anymore. That's just my thought. And whenever he throws it over the middle of the field, he floats it. It's like we call them buddy balls.
That is true.
Like buddy
Yep.
pass, like a buddy pass. Like they're just floating. And yeah, his
The
receivers.
hospital pass.
His receivers have to go up, and they're getting nailed every time. And I watched like a 3-4 minute compilation of it today. So that's all I have to say about that. But yeah, that's it. Quinn Ewers, I don't think a great fit for the Giants. Maybe if they want to keep him on as QB4, I would take DeVito over Ewers at the moment. But whatever.
I would take.
But anyways, moving on. I think this is our last one. Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Okay, so this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this guy's name freaking sucks to say because it's spelled weird, and you want to say like shoe, but it's like Shuck. You know what I mean? Shuck.
Dig into it.
Yeah. So Tyler Shuck. I'm gonna say it with the CK at the end, even though it's a GH. Tyler Shuck. Something about Tyler Shuck is that he is an old man. I don't know if you know that. He's an old man. He's 26, dude. So I made a list of quarterbacks that he's older than at the moment. He is not, and these are not the only ones, but like, I had just 3 I ripped out of nowhere. He's older than Brock Purdy, even though Brock Purdy he does look like he's 12. I understand that. He's older than CJ Stroud, obviously. He's 26, dude.
Wow.
And he's even older than Trevor Lawrence. He's older than Trevor Lawrence, who, by the way, is on his second contract. That is worth a boatload of money, which might be slightly worse than the Daniel Jones contract that was given to us. Yeah, so he's an old man. Tyler Shuck, he's an old man. Stuff with him, dude. He has gotten injured he's broken his collarbone like freaking 9 times, like so many times.
Wow.
And my thought with that is like, okay, he's old. He's got such an injury history. Why would you take him? Well, I'll tell you what. If you need someone to step in, I don't think he would be the worst guy. Now, do I want him on the Giants? No, but he drives the ball with his arm, which is good. He sees the field well. He stands in crowded pockets, unlike a lot of these other, and like pretty much every quarterback other than Cam Ward, I think. Other than Cam Ward, I think Tyler Shuck probably does that the best. And he's an okay athlete. I don't think it's terrible. He reminds me of someone, and I'm going to say the name, and you're going to be like, whoa, maybe. Blake Bortles. Blake Bortles, my guy.
Oh.
Yeah. He reminds me
the G.
The G, where I think if you throw Tyler Shuck on like a team where there's a lot going right and you build a system around him, then I'm not saying he can't be an NFL quarterback. I'm just saying this is me doing 20 minutes of research on the guy, but if you're that old and you're getting injured that much, I understand not wanting to go in the draft, but it's like at this point there's obviously, I think there's the amount of fits that you'd be foreseen as being good fits is very small. If you my drift here. Yeah. Something that I found interesting about Tyler Shuck, dude. He actually, you like donuts? Do you like donuts?
I don't mind them. I like blueberry.
A blueberry donut, like a blueberry munchkin, or like a
little
blueberry
munchkins. Never heard nobody.
A blueberry frosted donut with blueberries inside or blueberry frosting.
No, not the frosting. I like the blueberries inside.
You're saying like as like there's chocolate, like a chocolate glaze. You like a blueberry glaze kind of thing. Kind of. Am I picking this up the right way? No.
Nope, not at all.
I don't think I've ever had.
Keep going.
I'm not a big blueberry donut guy. I'm not a big donut guy in general.
That's outrageous.
But
he is.
But Taj, well, you know what? He might not be. I do not. That is TBD. but his offensive linemen are. What he would do in college, he would buy his offensive linemen donuts to bribe them to like show appreciation. Be like, "Hey, you're gonna block for me today, right? Thanks, man," and buy him donuts. So like he'd be fatting him up
What a
before
guy.
games. A little more chunky. Got to get past, man. That works for me. That works for me. You got to build a wall. You got to build it somehow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I understand.
Brick
Like,
by brick.
you know, if those torsos get smushed together, like there's no gap. I get it. That's the way it's got to be.
Mhm.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Something I also found interesting is that if he was in college and he decided not to play football, but to maybe graduate with a degree and do something else, at this point in his life, he would be a tenured professional in whatever like profession he would choose. Like he's played for I think he's played for 7 years in college. If you were in a career for 7 years, that's incredible. That's incredible.
Yeah.
Like that's a career.
That's impressive stuff by my
So
boy
I'm just
Tyler.
saying the amount good for him. Good on him, dude. Good on him. But I'm saying to myself, okay, it's crazy. It's crazy. I just think it's insane. I
And
think
my thing is, it's kind of late. It's late for a project. You know what I'm saying? The project's ended. You got to start cleaning up at this point, brother. LinkedIn might be calling your name.
Oh, for him, yeah. Well, okay, I don't know. He reminds me a little bit of
But I like you,
I said
Tyler. Keep it
Bortles.
up.
I said Bortles. He reminds me of Bortles. I get the Bortles thing a little bit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want him. I don't want him on the Giants. If the Giants were to
Nope.
throw, I mean, I'll be honest with you. He's gonna go. He's gonna get drafted. I don't know where. It won't be high. It's one of those things that like. So if you draft a quarterback in the second round, it's almost like why not just draft him in the first round? So he won't.
No.
He won't. I'm not. No. But do you hear him saying? I'm not saying. I'm not saying him. I'm not saying Chuck.
Okay.
But if you're gonna take, like, if you're like, oh, but I would take like Shador in the second round, then why would you just not like bet the franchise? If he's your guy, like go up and get him in the first round, like get him. Or you're like, oh, like
Yeah,
I
that's
would
fair.
take him. You know what I mean? So I just think that it's a
Yeah.
weird spot for quarterbacks, especially the way you were seeing it now. Do you remember like that Kenny Pickett draft?
Crazy draft.
Yeah, so that was a weird one. I remember because I like the Will Levis was in that. I think who else was in that? Kenny
Matt Corral.
Yeah,
Matt Corral.
Malik. What was his name?
Willis.
Malik
Backup
Willis.
for the Packers.
Yeah.
From Liberty.
Yeah, now he's there. Yeah. Okay, so Malik Willis is there. Yeah, but it was odd because I think that it was the first time in a long, long time that we saw quarterbacks not get the draw that they could have. Like I think Kenny Pickett went 12.
Yeah.
He was the only first round quarterback. He went not 12. I don't know where he went, but he was the only first
Now he
round
stinks.
quarterback, and now he's dog water. Yeah, but
Oh, I like that. Dog water.
yeah, I do think that this is a better draft for quarterbacks. I think it's not as great as last year. If I'm sitting here, dude, and I'm talking Shador Sanders, I would have taken Caleb. I would have taken Drake May. I would have taken Jaden Daniels, and I probably would have taken JJ McCarthy. And
Yes.
yeah, all
Yes.
of them over Shador probably, but maybe not Penix.
I agree.
I don't know. I'm not sold on Penix yet. The whole Penix thing, but whatever.
Well, there's another thing. Do Dable and Joe Shane not give up their jobs? Maybe run with Russ and run with J-Mo and wait another year and wait for the boy, Kid Wonder,
Archie.
Arch.
Well, that's
That's Archie.
going into the offseason, that was the thing. I thought for sure that I like Dable. I like Dable a lot. I thought that Shane didn't really deserve to be a Giants general manager, and I thought that he would have been let go. Not that I necessarily wanted it. I was very like whatever happens, but I thought that if you let go of Shane, you have to let go of Dable as almost like collateral like damage like on the side.
Yeah, probably.
But my thought is this, dude, if I thought for sure that they would have, tried to salvage their jobs. I really did. But at the same time, I guess it doesn't really seem like this offseason they've done that because look at the contracts that they've signed. You could have signed Russ to such. I'm sure Russ. It's shocking how little he's taking money wise.
Yeah, low key.
Yeah.
I was surprised. When someone threw out this big number at me, I was like, "Whoa!" But that's all with the extras and the add-ons and all that. Like,
I think
incentives.
I think it's what's the base? It's like 10 or something. I forget what it was. I think it's like the base.
Yeah, it was like
10 mil.
10.5, 11.
Yeah, whatever. That's fine. But then go to 20. Sure. But then Jameis, like when they
Yeah,
signed him too, it was 4 or whatever, 4 mil, 2 years for 4 mil, dude.
great backup.
Which is cool. Like,
Heck
yeah, and
yeah.
I'm in. But my thought is this, dude. I don't understand how. It's just you paid Daniel Jones. You're paying him 40 mil, and then all of a sudden, like, because like you value the quarterback situation, and then you value it so much that you can't re-sign Saquon, but you value it so much that you don't want to franchise Daniel Jones, so you're going to sign him to 40 mil and all these things. But now in an off season where you need to save your jobs, it's just funny. It's like they're being conservative almost. They're like holding back, which is good. I like that.
Right.
But it
I agree.
It doesn't track in my mind. But whatever. I don't care.
No, I agree. I think we had some good deals, especially in the defensive end. We needed that safety. We needed all these.
Javon Holland's
secondary.
good. Paulson Adebo's good. Paulson Adebo's gonna be a man. He's gonna be a man.
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope he is because I'm done watching Adoree Jackson get burnt every week.
Well, Dory
I'm tired of it.
He's not gonna be on this team anymore. I'm tired of.
He got signed somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, he did. I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I think
Not
that
on the Giants.
Paulson Adebo is exactly what. He's everything. He's everything that Deontay Banks is missing. He plays the ball. He turns his head. Where he gets beat like vertically and sometimes, but he recovers well. Whereas Deontay Banks, he covers well. He can keep a man within a few yards, but then he always gets beat at the catch point. Like, just put your hands up, dude.
Oh man, I remember yelling at that TV screen so many times. It's like 3rd and 2, and we're like, "Why is he 5 yards off the receiver? Play some press."
Yeah,
man.
that's another thing that I have to say. Like, I know this is a quarterback thing we're trying to do right now, but just to kind of wrap up the episode, dude, we're talking about DBs. Dude, if you're gonna take Travis Hunter, man, what are you gonna do with him? What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
What are you gonna do? I'm just curious. Like,
exactly.
I'm not saying it's a bad pick. I don't think, but I mean, okay, I think he's probably the best receiver in the class. He's also probably the best DB, but he's not like this generation.
I think he goes DB.
Yeah, especially on the Giants. I don't know. How do you?
I agree.
I mean, I would assume he plays defensive back most of the game, but then also like has like, maybe like 5, 6, 7 snaps on the outside or something like that. I don't know. I just think that it's tough. But anyways,
and one last thing.
Yeah.
One last thing about him.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be cool about how he is going to handle this because a lot of media is going to come after him.
Hunter.
A lot of media is going to come after Giants.
You're talking about Hunter.
Yeah, and see how he handles it. And if I'm being honest, New York media is hard, man. It really is. So I don't know how he's going to handle it, how Deion's going to handle it, and how the media is going to handle it overall.
I don't think he's going to be a Giant. I think he'll be gone. If I'm a betting man, I'm recording this on Sunday night, so April 6th. If I'm betting right now, I would assume it's going to go Ward 1 and then Travis Hunter 2. And the only ones that really haven't shown their hand are the Giants, and I think they're kind of starting to. I think if I'm betting, I would assume that we don't take a quarterback almost probably at all, and I think we would take what's his face, Abdul Carter.
Yeah, which isn't a bad idea, but it happens.
I'm fine. I think he's great.
Yeah, I agree.
But anyways, I feel good. So yeah, those are quarterback thoughts. Some thoughts from the Big Blue Therapy crew. Going forward, I guess this what you listen to right now. This is going to be pretty standard, I guess, until the draft, and then once the draft happens, is when we have to talk about this stuff. We have to. But once the draft happens, we're gonna have some fun. It's gonna be a fun time. Like we're gonna do some wacky stuff. I think, which will be
that'll be fun.
Have some opinions before the games and everything. So, but yeah, I mean,
and they'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll be back home. We could do stuff
we'll be in
one
person.
setting.
I'm gonna have a little soundboard. I'm taking this very seriously. If you've gotten to this point in the episode, please know, this production value that you're hearing right now, it will only skyrocket from the top. I'm ready to take this pretty hard. This is a fun thing, so we're gonna do it well. But yeah, Big Blue Therapy crew going at it. I'm trying
3, 2, 1. Whoosh. Oh.
I don't know.
I thought we were gonna do a sound effect there.
I didn't know that was what that was. But if any other NFL stuff before we dip out of here? Is there anything specific I'm trying to think of? I don't
Evan, Neil.
know. Yeah. Do a quick little shout out, I guess. Yeah, dude. Like, we don't know anyone. We don't know him. But whoever the heck runs the Woke Thibodeau page, it's an Instagram. Woke Thibodeau. I'm gonna start posting stuff on the story that on our Instagram story, which you could do. Also, if you made it to this point, totally like tap the like or like rate button. That'd be sick. Something about us in our personal life. We just put the first episode out and someone rated us, and that was cool. Was it you?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, look at that.
No, it wasn't.
I'll tell you how many it has right now. I didn't do it either. It has 2. It has 2. There's 2 5-star ratings on Spotify. Yes, dude.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're so back.
Yeah, we never left. I think that this could be like a real thing. This will be fun. So, thanks for sticking with us. We're getting the crappy episodes out of the way right off the bat, and then we're going to be home in like a little studio thing. We'll be talking very, very soon. So, appreciate everyone.
Thank you for tuning in on this episode of
The Big Blue Therapy Crew. And once again, die, Eagles.
Die, Eagles, die.
I wasn't in sync. We're zooming. If that didn't line up, that's fine. Whatever. That's our shtick. That's our show. That's the show. That's the show. Episode 2, 2020, 2000. Big Blue Therapy Crew forever. Rick and Morty reference. All right, anyway.